Welcome to today's workout. This one will be a quick 30-minute burner where we will incorporate upper body, lower body, cardio, and core all together in 10 exercises. We will repeat it for 2 rounds and we will have a finisher at the end. A couple of exercises that will really help boost our metabolic rate and make sure that our sweat is real. So let's get started. Have a nice little warm up here. I'm going to start off with some high knees, just a little tap here and a little jump, alternating. So this is basically what we call a metabolic burner workout. We want us to get that heart rate up, burn a lot of calories. We're going to do some pretty hard work, but we're also going to take some breaks. So I invite any and all levels to join in and just go at your own pace. If you need to take a little longer break, take it. If you can push harder during the interval, do it. We're in it together, and let's get it done. All right, so we finish here. Let's do some alternate arm reaches. A little rhythm to our beat and movement today. Adding in that little twist, reaching and extending and lengthening as much as we can up towards the sky. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, let's go ahead now. Take it here. A few cat-cows in a standing position. So I want you to curl in and then slowly lift that tailbone up high to the sky. All right, look forward, exhale out, curl in, inhale, lift and lengthen. 2 more times. Exhale, curl in. 1 more, lift and lengthen. Great work. Go ahead and roll yourself all the way up here. Alternate back into a nice step. So you got a really broad stance here. Push down into that front foot as you push back into that back heel. So you see here, we got a nice lengthened stance. Back and forth, kind of loading into that ankle joint. We're trying to keep that heel connected to the floor. If that's possible, you kind of find a little bit of ankle mobility in there. You can see a little tight calves sometimes. So it's a little bit of a stretch and some work. Do about 5 or 6, and then we'll switch over to that other side. Also helps to kind of open up the hips. Push down. If you're wearing shoes all day, you might feel like this is a really good stretch. Sometimes our heels are a little elevated and our calves get kind of tight. Or if you're a runner or someone who likes to do a lot of walking, calves get tight and that dorsiflexion needs a little bit of work. I go ahead and take it back to center here. Widen that stance a little bit more. Get down low into those hips. Rock them gently side to side. Can even kind of jive it out. Nice. So feeling a little loose through the hips, grounded through the feet. Take it out here. Alternate shoulder drops. Rolling down, reaching up. Let that chin kind of go towards that shoulder that you're turning towards. A few more here. And good. Go ahead and come on up. So I know you see a lot of these HIIT workouts on this channel, these various channels on YouTube, and they're intense and they go and they go and they go. I want to make this HIIT workout something that is specific to you. So if I'm going a little too intense, bring it back in and do it for yourself. But I'm also going to show you that you can go slower and be stronger and find yourself quite successful. So I'm going to start it on off. First exercise, about 45 seconds. We're going to do a nice push-up on our knees. A great little warm-up here. And then expand it open into a side plank. I'm going to show you the option here on the knees. And you can stay on your knees and just kind of roll side to side. Might need a little cushion if you are staying down on your knees. Otherwise, you maybe are up here and then reach it over. This is the upper body we're starting with. Great work. Just about 45 seconds. So we're almost there, about 10 seconds left. Been really over these last few months. And I would say maybe even since about May, building more strength, trying to get a little bit more muscle development, but still keep light and lean. Okay, so go ahead and shake it out. That's exercise number 1. Up next is an alternating dumbbell reverse lunge. So hold it nice and tight here. Feel it like it's part of your body. And we go down and alternate. All right, here we go. So I want this one to have a little bit of cadence to it, but you can also just be stepping back if you're kind of in this newer level of just getting back into your fitness. Otherwise, try to get down nice and deep. Beautiful. Feeling super strong and capable. It's about 15 seconds left. Finish another set. And we're done. Good work. All right, shake it out. Exercise 2 is complete. Okay, next up, it's going to be one where we kind of use a dumbbell in order to create a little bit of power and cardio effect. Now, as we age, one of the things we lose is power. So we want to keep performing power so that we have a quickness to our body. So this is going to be nice and low. You're just going to pick it up, hold it, bring it back down, stand up. We'll do the other side. So basically, I'm just having you practice, pick something up off the floor safely. And strong, and up, squeeze, and up. Building our skills here in these fundamental workouts. Keep breathing. I like to emphasize that exhale. I know that inhale's got to come in. A lot of times we hold our breath. So if we exhale, can't hold our breath. Last one. Great work. Okay, so now the plank one. Gonna come down into plank here on your forearms, or you can come up here. We're going to push back to a downward dog, and then we'll come on forward here. So it's like a rolling wave, right? So we're going to go push and roll and push and roll. So that can be where you are. You can also be here. Push back, put the weight here, come forward. Push back, put the weight there, come forward. Grab it and switch it. 15 more seconds. It's more advanced to do that. Otherwise, you're just keeping both hands on the ground, pushing back into both feet evenly. Very nice. Go ahead and take your little rest here. We're going to move on now to a upper body pull. So this is going to be our row. And I like to do keep a hold of those medium-sized weights for this. Go ahead and come on down. Nice and strong here. A little bit of rest. If you need to take more rest, you can always hit the pause button, right? That works. Go ahead and pull. Nice and strong. Notice that the weight is going to the hip. It's one of the basics that I love because it gives us some stability, right? Because we got both feet on the ground, a little bit more support for our back because we got our hand, opposite hand on the ground. We're in a really neutral position here. That is this quadruped. And it can also be advanced. You can go into a plank. About 10 more seconds. I'm gonna really pull that weight low to that hip. Also replace the weight nice and lightly. Ooh, almost there. And take a break. Ah, great job. Breaks are good. Breaks are kind of what you want it to be. So I might move through it a little bit quicker, but after this, I think we need a little bit of a break. So to kind of stand up, because we're going right into a dumbbell goblet squat. Now, goblet squat is one of the things we've done already in this fundamental series, but if this is the first time with me, then we'll teach it just like it is your first time too. So a little bit wider than your hips, toes are turned out. Squat down, try to get those elbows to the knees. And when you squat, you want to drop that booty. When you get that booty down, power it up nice and strong. Booty down, power it up. Good work. Nice and strong through the legs, anchored through the feet. tall and lifted from the core at the hips all the way to the shoulders. Final thing is protect that neck, ears back in alignment with your shoulders. Couple more. And we finish. Beautiful. So starting to kind of feel how it goes upper body, lower body, cardio, core. We get this really wonderful whole body experience in our workout today. So now we take the one weight and we're going to swing it. So be gentle and don't drop it. And you gotta train like me. I love training without shoes because it's my new thing. Once I came full time into doing this in my little studio, I just took off the shoes and never went back. Oh, I went to the gym the other day and I felt weird having to put shoes on. So here we go. Just rocking forward and back. Because my other two favorite activities, surfing and yoga, no shoes. Nice and easy. Just so watch here of the elbows bend a little bit, right? Because we don't want to keep out here. Sometimes that puts a lot of load on your back. A little bit more advanced to do that. Keep them in nice and tight. Just kind of swing it. That'll keep you from using your shoulders. 10 more seconds. Back with the hips, forward with quickness, and you stop the movement by squeezing your glutes. 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's dumbbell swing. It's mimicking a kettlebell swing. It's a really effective functional power type exercise. All right, so we'll move on now to our Russian twist. So this is going to be our core. Core, core, core. Gonna move a little faster through. Or maybe I should say we might pick up the pace in our second round. But in our fundamental series here, I want you just to get familiar with the movement. So we're here, can also be here. Let's do that today. Back and forth. I'm going to show that for option 1. And just take that weight and just move it side, 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 and side. All right, so you can see from here, nice and easy. Keep going. You have about 20 seconds left. Picking it up. Let me move a little bit better for you. Side, side, side. So you're stabilizing. You don't want to roll with it. Make it a little harder. Put your knees over your hips. Now, traditional Russian twist is here, but you got to keep that back erect and tall and strong and chest lifted and the lower back firm and supported by the belly button pulling up and in. And relax. Ah, beautiful. So that was exercise 8. So exercise 9 and 10 kind of really amp it up before we go into the series again. So let's go ahead now and do, we call it dumbbell high pull. It's a compound movement. So we're going to be using our hip thrusting that we did in that dumbbell swing. And then we're going to use a pulling mechanism from our arms and reach up and get those shoulders nice and engaged. All right, here we go. All right, let's add that in. That's the pull part, and then up. So put that hinge in if it's there for you. Coming down and lifting up. Reach just right below the knees and make sure that your back is nice and flat. So you reach forward, up and pull. About 10 more seconds. Good. Oh, beautiful. Ah, shake it out. Just start thinking, I'm almost done with the entire workout program, learning the exercises. All I have left to do is one more. And with that one, we're just going to take a dumbbell and walk around our room. So I suggest offset, which means that you don't have both dumbbells, but you could. You walk around the room and you kind of walk and lunge a little bit. Doesn't have to be deep. Switch it to the other side. Same thing, moving around. It's a little bit different, right? Pattern doesn't have to be anything that's normal. What about if I go backwards? Oh boy. Oh boy. A little harder. You could just be right here on your mat, right? Switch. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Ah, great work. Okay, so we got all these little things. That was a traveling lunge. It's very difficult. It's one of the more advanced exercises, doing it with an offset load, but you didn't have to go very low, which I didn't do, in order to get the feel and to learn the skill of the movement pattern. Okay, so we're going to go through everything again, 1 through 10. Going to try to pick up the pace, get the heart rate up, and then 2 finishers at the end. So then this is like right now we're really warmed up. This is the bulk of the workout right here. You might feel tired and exhausted already, and this might be all you do, and that's fine too. But if you are ready to go, be engaged, and get the most out of this time that you have put in to be here with me. Let's go ahead and use it right now. All right, some high knee skips. Just gonna get that heart rate up a little bit before we get started. Skip, skip, skip. Keep on going. Skip, skip, skip. I'm just gonna reset our timer. Skip, skip, skip. Don't stop. How you doing? Yeah. Whew. Didn't want the timer to run out. Up and down, reach. This is also active rest. So if this is feeling a little bit too much for you to do, then take a break because we're going to get going with our exercises coming up. 10 seconds left. Have a sip of water. You've got 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. First exercise, push up to T-reach. All right, ready? Let's go. Clap your hands. Okay. Push up, reach. Take it down, push up, reach. Good, we're gonna go on time, but what you mostly wanna do is get 6 to 8 reps. So on this one, because we're twisting to each side, it's gonna end up being almost a total of 12, right? Keep going. We're gonna remember a little bit quicker pace if you got it. Up and reach. Nice and warmed up. We're really starting to feel connected to the heat in our body, starting to feel our breath, starting to feel that lack of oxygen, but also how important it is for our heart health. Okay, one more set. We have about 10 seconds left. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. If you keep going, because we're going to take about a 25-second, 30-second break here. Really important. A little bit of mobility. So we're going a little bit quicker in each exercise. I want us to also do an exercise that helps to reestablish some of the length through the muscle group that we worked, because we're only going to hit each muscle group about one time in the second round because we did it one time in the first. So second round, a little bit of mobility and stretch in between. All right, about 5 more seconds. We're reaching back behind, keeping the hips forward, taking that arm up, slowly pulling it down, stretching through the chest. All right, that's it. Okay, so now we're gonna pick up the dumbbells, alternating lunge. So I'm gonna add in a little twist with this one, right? Back and forth. Nice and strong. If you're really in it now, you're gonna go lower. You're gonna come up with power. You're gonna add that twist. You're gonna feel really strong. About 15 seconds in, 30 seconds left. Let's do 5 more sets. 5, 5, 4, 4, 3. Maybe you look towards the weight. 3. It's called tracking the direction that you're moving. 1, and last one. Maybe an extra for advanced. Looking for a little more. Take your break. A little bit different with that heart rate this round, right? Feeling it? Shake it out. I love shaking. Really good for the lymphatic system. Wake up in the morning, you feel a little puff in your face. Get up, bounce a little bit. Start to get that whole system activated very gently. All right, up next is that thruster. So that's where we're picking something up, boom, hitting to the ceiling. All right, here we go. Gonna do 10 one side, 10 the other. Let's go. Up. 1, 2, 3. Now remember, if this is not a good pace for you, slow it down, do less. It's okay because you're just here with us. You're getting it in. Halfway. 5, 4, 3. All the way to the top. Look up. 2 and 1. Other side. We got to go right into it. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Whatever you did on the other side, try to equal it. Doesn't matter if you're at this pace. What you're doing is trying to balance each side. And a little bit more taxing on this side. And usually it's your less dominant because you chose it second. So it's not a bad thing that your heart rate is going up and it's a little harder to maintain. 2 more, 1 more, and done. So really trying to incorporate in these exercises that are considered cardio, that they're really power, because we're using dumbbells, we're moving a little bit quicker. These are the actions of fast twitch muscle fibers. So it's good for us at our age that we kind of keep incorporating these things that we lose more quickly or that tend to diminish faster as we age as women. So I feel like, oh, that has a power lift, but you just did it. So it's good. Shake it out. Okay, going back to upper body. So these are the renegade rows. We did it in a quadruped on the floor, all fours, nice and safe. It's a good time for you to kind of realign the spine. I want you to feel real safe and secure here. All right, oh, Littles is joining. Ooh. Squeeze, squeeze. You want to feel a little extra? Maybe you kick opposite leg behind, maintaining though the hip balance. Weight goes towards that hip bone, leg kicks out at hip height. Kick. Get that glute to engage. You could be up in plank, really going for it. We're doing about 8 to 10 sets of this. I got 2 more sets to finish 10. 2 and 2. Oh, good stuff. All right, shake it out. Got a little timer for yourself, maybe also a heart rate monitor. Just check it. Always curious to see where we're at. Oh, looks like Flynn's waking up a little bit too. There's a lot of heat going on now in this room. A little side, about 10 more seconds of rest. Get a sip of water. Up next is going to be our goblet squat. Letting you have a good break. So every set in this second round is your strongest and most powerful. I'm going to do that by doubling these weights up. All right, here we go. About 45 seconds or 10 reps. So I'm going to go slow. Down. 1. Down. 2. Stopping the momentum. 3. Pushing down into the floor. Gripping with the toes. Anchoring with the heels. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And last one. And 10. Oh, that's good. Slow reps are good reps. All right, now we gotta shake it out. Got a little bit of power coming up with that dumbbell swing. Remember, this is where we're feeling very, very capable, as this traditionally would be with a kettlebell like we see in the gym. We're doing it with a dumbbell. Let's go ahead and have it here. You could also have both of them here and you swing it on the outside. All right, so we're here. Now I'm showing you with a straighter arm. But you notice I'm not letting the weight stay in the air because I'm not holding them there. I'm swinging, pushing, and pulling down. Push forward, pull down, push forward, pull down. Catching that momentum. 15 seconds left. 10 seconds. Squeeze, squeeze, thrust. Tighten the glutes to the top. 2 and 1. Ah, power. It's quick. It's able to get you to react quickly to something. Very good. All right, check it out. That whole body. Ah, down, regulate. Okay, core is next. We have that Russian twist. So this is another option. No weight. You could be here doing crisscross, traditional Pilates exercise. I'm going to be here, show you. So the option, we're back like this, nice and strong. So when you'll be able to see how upright you are through the spine, or you're down here. All right, got it. 30 more seconds. I'm going to take the weight and put it into one hand. That Russian twist. I'm decelerating that weight, lifting up through the chest, keeping nice and strong. You can even come on up, roll up, and twist. Lots of options. Just whatever's going to feel okay for your back. This is very advanced, kind of keeping yourself in this leaning back position. Last set, one more. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Oh. Now the Russian twist. I put it in because it's an exercise that you see a lot in programming. I mean, and it has great value. It's something that we also do in Pilates quite a bit. It's part of teaser, is that leaning back and being able to hold yourself upright using the whole transverse abdominis. So it's that nice sheath that protects the entire abdominal area and its organs. So we want that to be strong because it holds everything in. So you want to feel that you can kind of lean back and be strong. Sometimes you'll even come in a Russian twist. If you felt like that was a lot for your back, you can learn this skill. Just doing a Russian twist by keeping yourself in position, pushing down almost like a crab, and then coming across. It's good. I gave you about a minute break there because we have our final 2 exercises, which are total body. They finish with the ending 2 exercises. So 4 total left, and we are out the door. Yes. Got a little sweat going. Not a little, a lot. All right. Okay. So up next is our dumbbell high pull. So that's going to be that booty exercise here. Pull up. Nice and strong. I'm just going to still use my medium weights. You could go lighter if it feels like you need it. So, or you could stay at the hinge and not do that pull if it's too much for the shoulders. I'm going to go down. Pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Making sure to get the weights right up at the chest. Elbows stay slightly lower than the shoulders. Just keep the traps down. 1 more. Squeeze and relax. It's good. When I'm trying to haul something up, we just don't want to haul it up with this motion. You want to pull it up by using the shoulders and activating those muscles that sometimes aren't as active because we're always up here like this. As women, we do this a lot because a whole lot of tension in our neck and shoulders. Walking dumbbell lunge is next. Finishing up your fundamentals workout here. This is us getting into HIIT, getting into this kind of high intensity continuous movement training. How does it feel? It feels really good when you're almost done, right? So just kind of walk around with the weight. Maybe you hold the weight here, dumbbell lunge it. Flip your pattern a little bit. Narrow stance, or you can do really long lunges. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All the way to the corners of your room. Come back. And have that offset load. Switch. And switch. Nice. All right, good work here. Finishing up well and good. Shake it on out. And keep moving and grooving into our finishers. So number one is going to be a dumbbell snatch. So I want us to be here. I want us to swing the weight, right? And up. All right, so I'm going to take it on out and press, out and press. Okay, here we go. 1 minute. Nice and strong. Continuous movement. Try to just gauge right now, at the end of a workout, all of a sudden you have to do a continuous lower body, upper body, passing through core movement, how it feels. 20 seconds in. Now you can sustain it with good form, keeping nice and tall, allowing for your body to stay upright. Don't want to hinge too far over. You can if you're thinking about it being more of a swing through. With a snatch, a little bit better for a back. Lunge it out, turn the foot out. Good work. You're almost there. 10 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, it's meant to be hard, right? That's how it should feel. A little breathless. Okay, we get a full minute of rest, and in that, a little bit of mobility. Just gonna have you pull a leg up here, tap your ankle, stretch your hips you've activated. Also, a little twist, postural alignment, and balance. Can you hold for a second? Just practice. You choose. How many seconds? Maybe close your eyes. All right, other one. Close your eyes. Oh, it's hard. It's my harder leg. Doesn't want to be as still as the right can be. Okay, so next up is our final round. This is going to be a burpee to a dumbbell press. If you want to use a weight, you don't have to. I prefer have the dumbbell upright like this, and you can just kind of go back out, come on up, press. All right, let's go. Give it a shot. Out, in, pick it up so your chest can be up, lift, reach overhead. Now you could also do no weight and just do a burpee, but do them nice and slow. I want you to think about being, really alive and engaged into how you're standing. 20 seconds down. Doing these kind of workouts for about 6 months, I have felt stronger, lifting a little bit heavier weight and doing it gradually. Oh, it takes some time, but it's good. Heave ho a load every once in a while. Last 10 seconds. Good. Finishing with strong with this last one. Good work. That's it. We're done. Time to take a little assessment, self-assessment, how you feel. Did you notice any exercise particularly hard? Did anything feel unfamiliar? Anything feel uncomfortable? At any time that an exercise doesn't work for you, do something else that you think might fit into that same category. It's creativity in movement. So when I used to take dance classes, you couldn't do that. We all had to stay in the same movement, right? If we wanted to make sure that we move together. But think about it as freestyle. You're here alone in your own little room. If you want to do something else that makes you feel good, then you pick it. But overall, this is all guidance, and I really like being able to communicate with you, not just have a timer and some music behind, but to really tell and explain how an exercise benefits you and hopefully make the exercises go a little bit quicker. Because it's like we're in conversation with one another because this is the best part of the workout is the friendship. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'd love to hear more and any comments that you have about the workout. Oh my God, it was tough.